Aiden and the Brave Badge. This is a story about a boy named Aiden. Aiden is a thoughtful kid. He notices things. He feels things. And today, something small is about to feel very big. A while ago, Aiden learned something important. One day, when he felt nervous about trying something new, his mom told him, "Being brave doesn't mean you're not nervous. It means you try anyway." She called it brave power. She said that whenever Aiden needed brave power, he could imagine a small brave badge right where his heart is to remind him to try. Today, Aiden is sitting on the classroom carpet. His legs are crossed. A book rests open on his lap. It is reading time. The room is quiet, so quiet that Aiden can hear pages turning. So quiet that he can hear his own breathing. The teacher looks up and smiles. "Aiden," she says gently, "would you like to read the next page?" Aiden's heart jumps. Not a big jump, just a quick one. His fingers curl around the edge of the book. His shoulders lean forward. His chin dips down, without him even noticing. Inside Aiden's chest, something feels tight. It isn't panic. It isn't fear. It's that shy, wiggly feeling that shows up when many eyes might be listening. Aiden thinks, what if my voice sounds funny? What if I mess up a word? What if everyone hears me? His voice feels very small, like it wants to hide. Then Aiden remembers what his mom told him. He remembers his brave power. Brave power doesn't mean being loud. It doesn't mean feeling ready. And it doesn't mean not being nervous. Brave power means trying, even when your voice feels small. Aiden imagines his brave badge. It isn't shiny. It isn't heavy. It's just a small badge right where his heart is. The brave badge doesn't push him. It doesn't pull him. It simply reminds him. Aiden sits a little taller. His shoulders gently roll back. His chin lifts, just a bit. He takes one slow, steady breath. In and out. You can try that too. Shoulders back, chin gently up, one steady breath. Inside his mind, Aiden says, "I can try." Not loudly, not perfectly, just clearly. You can say it too if you want. "I can try." Aiden looks down at the page. He starts to read. His voice is quiet at first, and that's okay. The words come out slowly, one at a time. Aiden keeps going. He doesn't rush. He doesn't stop. He takes another gentle breath and reads the next sentence. His voice isn't the loudest in the room. It doesn't need to be. He is reading. He is trying. The brave badge feels warm, right where his heart is. Aiden reaches the end of the page. The room stays quiet for a moment. Then the teacher smiles. "Thank you, Aiden," she says. Inside Aiden, something settles. Not excitement, not relief. Something softer, something steady. Pride. Not because he was perfect, not because everyone listened, but because he tried. Sometimes being brave looks like being loud, and sometimes being brave looks like sitting up, lifting your chin, and using your voice, even when it wants to hide. Later, when Aiden thinks about the day, he remembers his brave power. He remembers his brave badge. And he remembers the words, "I can try," because trying is already brave.